Hello all, in this video we will see how to use the LETIMER functionality inside the EFM32GG12 microcontroller, and then after the timer overflow we will toggle an LED. Okay, so for this what we have to do is basically this is the simple algorithm to start using it. The first thing is we will enable all the Silicon Labs peripherals, or basically the clock and everything, and then choose a low frequency clock for LE timer 0. Okay, so LE timer 0 is a hardware peripheral, so this actually works on the RTC clock or the low frequency RC clock inside the MCU. And then as we wanted a higher blinking interval, we have to reduce the clock, that means divide the clock such that we run the clock at a very low frequency, and then we will use LED 0 to toggle using the GPIO pin, and then we will once the toggling once the configuration is done, we will load the LE timer 0 with the required value, and then what we will do is we will basically enable the interrupt and also start the timer. So once we start the timer, the timer starts ticking, and the value inside the register starts reducing, and once it reaches 0 there will be an interrupt generated. And this LE timer is a hardware timer, so basically this has an interrupt service routine. So the interrupt service routine gets invoked, and then we will toggle the LED inside that interrupt service routine. And then in the main loop, basically we will keep the EFM32GG12 in EM2 mode. So LE timer doesn't need any CPU intervention, so we can keep the MCU in low power state and execute these functions based on the RTC clock or the low frequency RC oscillator clock. Okay, so this is the basic these are the basic steps. Let us now look at the code. This is how the code written in the simplicity looks like. Include the required .h files, and this is the interrupt handler. So this is the interrupt handler where we will enter this interrupt handler on the timer interrupt, and then we will be checking the interrupt flags and then disabling the flag once we receive this interrupt, so that it doesn't remain in the interrupt forever, interrupt state, and then we will toggle an LED. Okay, so this we have seen in the sleep timer case as well. So the difference between sleep timer and the LE timer is sleep timer doesn't have an interrupt. We will be invoking a function separately, whereas LE timer has an interrupt. Okay, and now here these are the common Silicon Labs SDK functions, and what we are doing is basically here we are enabling the clocks. So we are trying to run the LE timer on low frequency RC oscillator instead of low frequency oscillator. This is connected externally, whereas this is internal to the MCU. So we are enabling this, and then we are dividing it by 8, and we are actually enabling the high frequency low energy peripherals so that we can use the low energy UART or the low energy timer peripherals. And here we are specifically enabling the LE timer 0 and enabling the GPIO so that we can toggle on the GPIO, and then we are setting up the pin and loading the default timer parameters. And what we are doing is we are loading the LE timer register with the highest value, and then we are actually disabling the timer because we aren't starting it yet. Okay, and this is the initialization function, and this is where we load the compare value, and this is the value where we are going to start the timer yet timer, and from this value it starts decrementing, and post that we are enabling the interrupt and the IRQ function, and enabling the timer. So this is where the timer starts working. Okay, here we have disabled it, and once the initialization and interrupts are enabled, we are enabling the timer. And in the while one, we are keeping it in EM2. So as the timer runs, the interrupt gets reset, it again reloads. This process continues, and this happens in the EM2 mode without any intervention of the CPU. So this is executed at a very low power.